Hi everyone, I'm Brianna and welcome to Roll Initiative. Today we're going to be looking at some ways that you can get your party together and start your campaign. So, let's get started. A really easy way to open your campaign and get all of your players together is if they all have a shared goal right from the start. Maybe they're all after a certain guy. Maybe they're all looking for the same place or following the same clues to try and get somewhere. Because if they're on the same quest and they meet up, then they're likely to keep traveling together because they're all out for the same reasons. And if the party all running into each other always seems a bit random, then you can always have them all summoned to the same place for the same quest. Whether by the leaders, such as a king and queen, an empire, a government, or even an NPC that you all individually know. This way, it feels a lot less random, and you can launch straight into the story from here with a lot of information about what they're doing, where they're going, and what the goal is. And there's a lot of really interesting ways that you can take this, such as the quest givers having shady intentions. And when your players find out what they were sent to retrieve, maybe it's not what they were told it was. Having your party meet by all being in the same place for different reasons when something goes wrong and then they're the only ones left can be a really good way to start them off feeling like they need to work together and having them form the party themselves. And this is actually one of my favorite ways to do this, as I have run it very successfully and my players all really enjoyed it. In fact, I did this in my most recent campaign, where I had all of my players' characters board a ship for their own reasons. That ship then wrecked, and they were the only ones that survived as far as they are aware, and they're the only ones who ended up stranded on an island. So even if the rest of the crew did survive, the party just ended up in a different spot. They then had to deal with the lurking evil on the island and work together to find a way off. A really awesome way to bring your party together is actually for them to meet in jail. Now, not all of them have to have done something wrong, they could have been framed, and it's really good to just ask your players to each come up with a reason why they are in jail, and then they just need to get out of jail together. That will probably be made easier if they need each other's help. That will give them a reason to work together. This is almost a bit of a neat turn on a tavern start, which is you go to a tavern or a guild or something looking for a party to go on an adventure with. Because if you're looking to complete a really, really tough quest, then maybe you're looking for some backup or some certain skills. So if your players are all looking for a party, then they can meet up, almost interview each other, and join up to take on this quest. But there we go, that's the end of this video. And I know I didn't cover the tavern start, but to be honest, I think it's that common that I don't really need to mention it, and that's not because I don't like it. I think it's so common for a reason. So in this video, I was just giving some new and different ideas or other things that I have tried and really liked. So I really hope you liked all of these, and if you did, then I would be really grateful if you'd consider giving it a like, or maybe even subscribing to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.